Right, hey guys. Okay, so browsing the forums yesterday, day before. Some of you might have know about this. So the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 flight planning and charts. Okay, um, cool beans, right? So there's now a flight planner, sort of going down the sim brief kind of thing. Anyway, just on this while we're on this page, then, so you can see up at the top of the browser it says planner.flightsimulator.com. Put that into the browser and it will bring you to the page, or just put flightsimulator.com and then search for the planner, and you'll find it. You do have to have an Xbox account with it, and if you sign in with Xbox, I'll see you on the other side. Okay, we're in. Okay, so get a world view just like this. I've turned something off. There we go. Daylight hours, yeah. So at the bottom one there, it tells you where the sun is coming up and going down, and where it's set, where the sun. I quite like that. That's quite a nice little touch. Anyway, so let's start. So you can see already it's populated. EGLL, Heathrow, there, all the main ones. As you go in, it will populate more. So EGBB's come up, Birmingham's come up, Stansted's come up in the UK as well. So has Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, which is Gatwick. And as you go in, you get a bit more. All right. And coming up all the waypoints, all that kind of thing. So let's go in more. So there's Birmingham here. There's my airspace. And EGBT is my local one, which I fly from all the time. Let's start over here then with the maps. Quick overview. IFR high, yeah. IFR low, and VFR modified. We come to what I've changed shortly on what I use. So I use VFR modified, standard mappage. Show all airports, no airports, turn them on and off. Your airways you can turn on and off as well, so you can overlay your airways onto the VFR as well, which I quite like that idea. Quite a good idea. And waypoints, turn the waypoints on or off. Self-explanatory, right? And airspaces, so I've got Class A airspace turned off, so you're going to London. I turn it back on. I just find I don't like a cluttered map, so I've turned those off. I've got Class D still on. Kind of blends in, really. And then your restricted airspaces. So, I don't know, let's go over here. Where do I know? Let's turn that back on. So let's go danger. So just come up down in the bottom left-hand corner there, that sort of Salisbury Plain and all around there. There's live fire going down there. You don't want to fly a Cessna 172 through there. Not really. That'd be an awful lot of fun. Your measurements. Your wind, so you can put cloud coverage in, precipitation, that kind of thing. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it comes up. It should come up as an overlay, I believe. And for me, it's not. Maybe it's the bandwidth or something. Something's not quite right. Anyway, but yeah, when that does go, and you should get everything that you get with Navigraph, I presume. What's next? Cities. So you can turn your cities on and off. I keep them on. Built up areas, turn those off. Turn your roads on or off. I keep it simplified, so I'm going to keep my roads on. Railways, I turn those off. I just think, for me, it just gets too cluttered. Green areas, you get the idea, yeah? And then, obviously, as we looked at the bottom right, that gives you your daylight and everything. Let's turn the weather off. Okay, so that's all down the right-hand side. Then you got plus and minus, zoom in, zoom out. I presume that is find your aircraft, and that is stay on your aircraft, I presume. Okay, let's plan a flight then. So, all the aircraft that are in the simulator are on here. Let's do a quick search for my favorite plane, which is DA62. And at the bottom here, see it's in green. It gives you the information on the aircraft as well. This is what the aircraft is. You can select whether or not it's passengers or scientific research. Those are done career mode, and you can fly around a tornado in one of these. It's quite nice. So that's what we are going to be flying, a DA62 on the route today. So let's go into the route then. So let's add origin, EGBT. Nice simple route in. Okay. And the destination, we are going to add EGBB, which is Birmingham, because it's just a short hop for me. So that's a straight inline route, yeah? And you can fly that if you want to, if it's VFR. Totally up to you, but you got the options to add an arrival or an approach. Now, those of you new to this kind of flight planning, keep it simple, right? A guy once, I did Army Cadets as a teenager, and so and one of the officers I once said to me, Grant, keep it simple, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, right? That's what happens if you at auto route. Watch, it can get messy. Let's try this. Look, it's done all this arrival business. Now you can keep that if you want to. Look, I've got to fly all the way down here, all the way down to sort of near Bicester, then pick up the arrival, and then all the way here, and then from the arrival, I pick up then my approach into ILS 33. Now that's fine. You can keep that. So let's create a new flight plan. All right, let's quickly add that in, and my destination, Birmingham again. I like to add an approach, so auto select the approach, and it's taken me straight into runway 33 from where I am. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy, and it is this time of day. It is Echo Golf Bravo Bravo is runway 33. I can hear the aircraft going over the top because I sit right under the flight path. Aha, so there's your flight details. Yeah, IFR, VFR. Now, you still get the thing with in this. Let's do that. No, let's tell you that now because I'm not going to do too much in the sim. So if you're IFR, VFR, obviously when you're in the sim, it does do that annoying thing. So one of the things is I use VNav quite a bit, quite like it. And you hit the VNav and it tells you, please descend to, and you look at your top of descent and it says 2 minutes 30. And then ATC cracks onto you, please go 2,500 feet. Then once you start your descent, it shuts up. But that for me, that's a bit annoying. Still, it does it in 2020 as well, just having a little bit of a rant about that. I'm going to keep this route in, quite like this route. So that's the route I'm going to use today. I'm going to, not too high because it's not too far away. So 7,500 because the DA62 does climb quite well. Knots, no more than 160 knots in my aircraft. Actually, let's go 155 to be a bit more conservative so I don't go to the yellow band. And there it is. Okay, you can change as well. So if you look at your approaches, you can change the heights and the speeds, the minimum speeds, that kind of thing. It all goes into your flight plan if you really want to get into it, and you can add more turn-up. Anyway, so flight details in. So there's my call sign. So Mike Juliet Golf 02. Guys, if you see me in the sim, say hi. And I leave everything else alone. I'm not playing with everything today. Fuel and payload. So select aircraft. I did select an aircraft, did I not? DA62. Thank you very much. Go back into fuel again. There we go. I'm not going to enter any of that. And it gives you a briefing just like in SimBrief. Yeah, all your no terms and everything. Very nice. Options. So you can change what you want to read everything in. So do you want it in feet, meters, imperial, metric, that kind of thing. And then you get a knee board. So there we go. There's a chart here. Let's bring that one up straight away, shall we? So here we go. There's your approach chart. Gives you all of the information. It gives you your frequencies. It's a little bit. So what's this? Lufthansa. They're using Lufthansa for this, not for navigational use. So it's a little bit different than Navigraph, and you just have to find your approaches. So 326 approach for runway 33. Straight in there, 326, and there is your localizers for that as well. And you get a ground chart. Let's look at that. That's quite nice, and it all comes up. So you can, you've got double monitor. You can bring all that up. Decent ground chart. Cool beans. Quite like that. Facility overview. So that's the main chart, and a really good one. Parking stand. It gives you all the numbers, so you can find yourself. So you get a knee board as well, and any save charts that are in there. So you say, how do we do this? Well, what we're going to do, we are going to save a flight plan. You can put it into select it. You can open one up or create a new one. I'm going to save that. There it comes, unnamed flight plan. So I'm going to put home to Brum. For those of you who don't live in the UK, Brum is like slang for Birmingham. Brum is that kind of thing. And save new flight plan. Okay, so that's all done. Let's get into the sim, shall we? Open that up. There we go. We're in the sim. So here we are in the UK. There's that storm that passed over us. God, it blew some trees down where I live. I can tell you. Anyway, so free flight mode then. Well, we've got text on, so I want DA62. Let's find that quickly. Still getting used to the menus as well. Finding stuff. It's all laid out a little bit different. And obviously that was the intention. There's the DA62. Come here, Diamond. Okay, DA62. Let's just configure it quickly. Just make sure I get the right one. Passengers. Livery. I'm keeping it in black today. Save and back. So make sure I've got the right aircraft. Save and back. So there's my aircraft. How do I get it into the sim? How do I plan this flight? So let's scroll into UK a little bit. So there's Birmingham, Coventry. And that will start is, I'm not quite sure what that is. Anyway, over here we are. There we go. That's Preston Capes. It's over there somewhere. Anyway, let's go to the electronic flight planner. And it comes up load flight plan here. So if we load that and everything, look, there we go. There it is. Home to Brum. Press load. And it's all in. You're going, how do I get it on the screen? I know, right? How do I do that? Well, if you scroll down, and then it says here, file flight plan with ATC, you can send it to your avionics. I haven't got that. No, I did get that to work in, I can't think what aircraft it was. Request route from avionics is not doing that at the moment with, well, most aircraft I've tried it with. Anyway, but if it's file it with ATC, and there it is, it's come up behind. So come out of there. There's my flight. Simple. Yes, you can plan it in the sim and do all of this business as well. It still does all of that. I just thought that is a really nice thing to for them to do. I think, they're trying to put everything in one, and I think as long as we're patient, and that's what we've got to be, patient with it, everything will work, won't it? Let's just turn them down a bit. So this should be CDI. Okay, so what we're going to do is in the aircraft now. It hasn't gone in. So normally when you would plan it and you'd put it in there. So I'm going to send it to the avionics. So fingers crossed, everybody, that this works. So that still is not working. All right. So the good, the bad, and the ugly of this is I still don't have and it's not come into. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try this. So I'm going to try loading the flight plan from here. All right. So it did it there. Let's try it here. Load there. Okay. So that's gone in there. You know, I'm still playing with it. And then file flight plan with ATC. Still nothing. Send route to avionics. And there it's gone in. Look, there you go. Screen 2. So that's what you got to do. So you can plan it and it shows you what the route is using the tablet. And then when you come into the flight, it doesn't. There you go. See it, and you can see it on the FMS lint needle there on the GPS. So what you got to do is on your tablet, when you come into the aircraft, you've then got to load the flight plan from the aircraft. So that's what I've just had to do. And then it sends it to and then send to avionics. And it's all tickety boot and works. I've got ILS via direct. So I don't know, it's changed procedure. See if this works. ILS 33. Localizer 33. Let's change it to BHX. All right. Let's see if it has done that. There you go. So we're going to do a little loop. Little loop-de-loop. Come in, fly around, go over the airport, you come around and you loop around. You get some nice views when you do that. And then just change procedure, and that will change it on the avionics as well. Oh, it might. I don't know. It hasn't actually. So I'm glad like this has happened because you can sort of see, what you have to do. This didn't do it before. So it hasn't changed it there, as you can see. In the aircraft itself. Scroll in a little bit. That's still quite slow. God, I would love some replicas of these G1000s. And it picks me up over there. So I'm going to go and have to find this on the GPS. So let's just send route to avionics again. There we go. Runway 09, it's got me coming from. Prevailing wind coming from the southwest, so we want runway 27. Change it again, send to avionics. There we go, runway 27. All tickety boo. I've changed the procedure that I want on the tablet. So it all does work. You've just got to check it and double check it. It's like any flight, really, right? Got to check it and double check it and make sure everything is tickety boo and works. And there we go. The storm has passed. It's a nice day. So flight level change, 90 knots. I'm going to set my altitude first. What was that? 9,000, wasn't it? I believe. Yeah, it was. If it's not, comments below, I got it wrong. But yeah, I do believe it was 9.5, wasn't it? Anyway, center it up. Flight level change. Let's go a little bit quicker today. So I will have to come behind me to find the route, but let's go head in to start with. Check outside. Flaps are already up, so flaps will take off. Back inside. Brake off. Brakes on. Power for takeoff. Heading mode selected. Off we go. And there we go, guys. Planning a quick flight. Oh, it's come up with. Let's turn all of that off. I don't need all of that. And rotate. There we go. Gear up. Positive climb. Flaps up. Autopilot on. Just keep a hold of it till the autopilot FMS line comes and catches up. There we go. So, quick flight planning then. Using the new planner from Microsoft Flight Simulator. And guys, like, subscribe. I'll see you all very soon. Let's get out there, shall we?